media. We're going to get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Deliver Live Free Sports Picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us here for today, we got Damian Sosh with us, Tony Brown, Jay Briggs, Shane Mickle, Ninos, we got Wayne Scott, and Ron Zawacky. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Ninos, Sosh, Brown, Mickle, Briggs, Scott, Zawacki, and then I will close this one out. All right, we got baseball on the board today. A 15-game game. Actually, we got 15 games on the board here for Major League Baseball. Game beginning here about half an hour or so. 3 games going off here, but we got plenty of coverage right here on the show. NBA, NHL with the day off today, but we'll have NBA tomorrow, and then Thursday NHL action for you. So let's get this one started. Let's go welcome in Nino. So catch him over at Pick Dogs. We'll bring in Ninos in right now. Ready to roll here with Ninos. What's happening?
I'm pretty good, Tony. How are you doing?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. Major League Baseball here in about 35 minutes or so. We got the Tigers and Phillies going head-to-head here. The Phillies, they got the job done yesterday and covered run lines for the run line supporters up there. Tonight, we've got the Phillies again going to come in as big favorites at minus 168 with Taijuan Walker on the hill. Looks like Detroit with an opener. They'll be the Dogs plus 154, a total of 9.
I believe the Phillies opened as much bigger favorites than this, but this number coming down a little bit. You could start to look at the Phillies minus 1, I think, if you want a side here, but we'll be looking at the total for our play tonight. We've got 2 offenses that are 2 lineups that have some players that, with some power in it. And the way these pitchers have been pitching this season, I think that both offenses get going here. Taijuan Walker having one of his worst seasons yet. And on the other side, you're going to have what looks like a bullpen game led by Tyler Alexander. At least started off by Tyler Alexander. And then looks like Garrett Hill will come in to get the bulk of the innings behind him. And again, pitchers that are putting up awful numbers this season. And again, just think both lineups get going here. I think we saw a high-scoring game last night. We're going to see another one tonight. I think I'm taking the over here. Despite the wind blowing in here a little bit is probably my biggest concern. But again, I don't think Mother Nature is going to save these pitchers.
All right, Nino says it's going to be a hitter's day in Philadelphia in that hitter's park. Tigers, Phillies over the total of 9 runs in this one. I just wanted to see the opening line to see if there was some movement here in this game or if this is where it opened. 9 always seems high here when you're dealing with the Tigers, but then you're dealing with the ballpark conditions there in Philadelphia, which is pretty much favors the hitting team. And sure enough, it did open at 9.5, and we've seen a little bit of play here on the under, mainly probably because, again, even though the Phillies lack the hitting, they do have some good, they are getting some pretty good bullpen work at home this year, are the Phillies. But then again, they look at Taijuan Walker, they're thinking maybe the Tigers get those bats going again, trying to ask the Tigers to do some heavy lifting 2 days in a row.
Yeah, again, neither bullpen here particularly good, at least not in my eyes. I mean, they're middle of the pack, I guess. Bullpen's nothing special going on there. And again, I think this number could potentially be over before the bullpens come into play here. So again, not going to worry about bullpens too much, and I think they give up their fair share as well to help us get over this number.
Ninos here, Tigers, Phillies over the total here of 9 runs. This one have a start time 6:40 Eastern Time. All right, Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, they see Al with some really good numbers here from Major League Baseball, 1,198 units of profit. That's all a document over at Pick Dogs. So you can verify that by just going to Ninos' handicapper page, and all those numbers are there for you to check out. All right, tonight, it's baseball here, pretty much a 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got a 3-pack in the MLB. I also got my $19 Grand Slam there, sold separately, as well as a 5th play I got for everyone on those long-term or 2-for-1 capper passes. So a good day to pick one of those up, and I already have my NBA play for tomorrow up as well, if you're interested in that as well.
So, guys, get on board with that. Ninos over at Pick Dodge Premium. Good results in baseball. Also, last 30 days, 626 units of profit. Ninos putting up some really good numbers here. Last 7 days showing profit. Yesterday coming in with profit as well. Ninos here with a Grand Slam play here. $19 premium play for Major League Baseball. He's not wasting any time. He already got his big bet for Game 3 of the NBA playoffs. So that's up there as well. So get on board now. Instead of getting the plays individually, long-term passes will serve you well. 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all of Al Ninos premium plays for that period of time you select. You go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase. All right, Al Ninos, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again here tomorrow.
All right, have a good one, Tom.
Got it, Al Ninos here on the drive. To guys, if you miss any picks, we will recap here at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Damian Sosh up next. Catch him over at Pick Dodge. Put up some really good numbers here on the board. We'll bring Damon in right now. I think we'll be ready to roll here with Damian Sosh. Damon, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go. Tonight, Cardinals and Rangers going head-to-head here. Rangers, as we know, really top hitting team and scoring team as well, facing the struggling Cardinals. Tonight, Rangers minus 135, total 9.5.
Yeah, when this season started, the Cardinals, they were really a team, I think, that had playoff aspirations. They won, I believe, 93 games last year. And even though it's early, those aspirations seem to really be getting dimmer by the day. Cardinals are coming into this game. They got the worst record in the National League. They've lost 4 in a row after getting swept by the Pirates, and they lost the opener here with the Rangers. Now, today the Cardinals are going to be sending Matthew Liberatore to the mound. Now, for his career, Liberatore has made just 6 starts on the road, and he has not fared well. He's 0-3 with a 7.90 ERA. In those starts, he's going to be facing a red-hot Rangers team. Rangers have won 4 in a row, 10 of the last 12. They have the second-best record in baseball. They've scored the most runs of anybody in baseball, and they have the best run differential of all of baseball, at plus 153. Pitching for the Rangers is going to be Dane Dunning. Now, Dunning got his spot in the rotation really by filling in for Jacob deGrom. But really, the Rangers, really, they couldn't have asked for better results. He's 4-1 on the year, 2.06 ERA. Now, he doesn't pile up the strikeouts like deGrom does, but he's been very effective. Cardinals are just 1-9 in their last 10 games against Texas. I don't like their chances in this matchup, and we back the Rangers in this one, Tony.
All right, we got Damon here on the Rangers here, minus 138 here against the Cardinals. Yeah, as you said, Dane Dunning. Dunning, when we covered baseball a lot here over the past several years, and we know Dunning, his past, why he began in the bullpen because of his road splits. He was just strong home pitcher, but on the road, just really bad. But this season, he got those spot starts on the road, believe it or not, and actually proved himself enough to management to just keep putting him in the rotation, because we know he's always been good at home, but it just seems those road outings have been terrible. Maybe he's fixed that this season.
Yeah, he's definitely done something. Not only that, the whole Rangers staff has been pitching well, and he's going to become even more important now that I believe deGrom is Tommy John surgery on the horizon. So that he's going to become very important, and hopefully for the Rangers' sake, he can keep it up.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, Damon on the Rangers, lay the minus 138, 135. Do your shopping. We have the sharpest book in the world here. That's why you see such these great odds here. Just so you guys can know, go out there and shop the lines, get the best numbers. Try and keep those favorite and odds spreads really low. You don't want to see 20 cents, 30 cents. This one's like 11 cents between favorite and underdog. That's what you guys want to do when you go out there and find a sports book, is get the best odds. Minus 138 against the Cardinals. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Damon, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, Damon's really good results here in NHL, but look at the last 7 days. Damon has been on absolute fire right now. 875 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dodge Print. Verified by just going to Damon's handicapper page. You'll be able to see all the plays that he's posted up there. It's fully transparent for you guys to see these records because these plays are documented on the site. All right, Damon, 15 on the board tonight, Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, over there on the site tonight, I have my Major League Baseball triple play for sale. You get 3 10-star plays in that one, and I've got my favorite play, just $19 over there, my MLB, I believe, High Heat for sale. So check into that. Really hot in baseball, 14-6 over my last 20 baseball selections. And the best way, guys, I have a couple extra plays out there. Best way to get those is definitely hook yourself up with a long-term plan. My favorite is a 2-for-1 capper deal. Hook me and one of these great other cappers here on the site up and make yourself some money.
That's right, guys. Make some money indeed here with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dodge Premium. Great results as you see here in the NHL. Also, 875 units of profit here last 7 days for Damon. That's the best numbers going right now. Fantastic work here from Damon. The $19 premium is up on the board right now, so go ahead and get on board with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dodge Premium. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. The way he's running, get the long-term pass. You've got that 1-month pass, the remainder of the playoffs from NBA, NHL, and 30 days of baseball. All right, Damon, is always great having a show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again in a few days.
Thanks, Tony. Have a good one.
You got it. Damian Sosh here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next, Tony Brown. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium over in Las Vegas, Nevada, where they're very excited there in Las Vegas, right? Because what's going on in the NHL here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Vegas up 2-0. It's not really that they're up 2-0. It's the way they've done it with really, really dominating effort there on the ice. And everybody there hoping in Vegas that they will get a Stanley Cup up there, bringing in Tony Brown. Tony Brown, what's happening?
2-0.
2-0.
All we need is 2 more, man. Vegas Knights, congratulations. This reminds me of the first time they went to the championship versus Washington. Like, Washington had all the experience, and they just took us out. Florida's a good team, you know what I mean? But Vegas already been here. They learned how to lose. Now it's their time to win. I think this thing will be over in 4, possibly 5, just giving Florida maybe one of those home games.
All right, so far looking good here for Vegas. Vegas, the Corona champion. We'll see what they can do here. But tonight we go. This is far from championship material here, but the Marlins are the ones at least showing some improvement. Marlins here at home here against the Royals here. Marlins minus 161, total 7.5.
Yeah, we're going to go with the Marlins on the run line in this one. I don't like to do too much juice over 150, 160, so I think I'm going to go with the run line, and then we're getting plus money on that. And more of this being a play on the Marlins, this is just actually a play against the Royals. The Royals have been horrible this season, especially away from home. They're in a dead heat. Like, they're racing right now for dead last against Oakland. Oakland's in dead last, and they're in second to last. Even worse, their road record, they've only won 9 games away from home. They haven't even cracked double-digit wins away from home yet. So you got the second worst team in baseball, the second worst road record in baseball on the road. This one says Marlins all day, and we're staying away from that money trap and laying the juice because no team's going to lose them all, or maybe the Royals get one today, so we're not going to lay that heavy juice. We're going to lay the 1.5. That way we get the plus money, or we lose even dollar.
All right, Tony Brown here on Marlins run line. Lay the run and a half, plus 125, plus 128. Do your shopping, get the best numbers here against this Royals. Yeah, this Royals team has struggled. Zach Greinke, the veteran, on the mound. It's not the same numbers for him as well here on the road. It's been kind of a struggle. But the Marlins have played well against the American League. And Luzardo at home has been pitching well here. Team recommend Luzardo 7-0 at home. So this lefty has performed well in that Marlins park.
Right, and now he's taking on a Zach Greinke, and Zach Greinke's only better than him in name. You know, Zach Greinke is he's a guy. He's a pitcher of the past. He's pitching past his time, and it shows. He's 1-5 on the sea0. He has a ERA that's headed north of 4, and it's not good for Greinke tonight. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. 7-0 at home for Luzardo. Let's keep it going against one of the worst teams in baseball.
Yeah, I always wonder with Greinke, it's his tail end of his career. I think he's just pretty much renewing 1-year contracts. And you knew going in case he wasn't a contender, so you always got to wonder what thoughts are behind Greinke. Maybe he's trying to pick up his numbers to be trade bait to help a contender. Maybe so. We'll see how that rolls. But anyway, Tony Brown, Marlins take the run line, lay the run and a half, plus 125 against KC. This one to have a start time here of 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium. Look at the results in NHL from Tony Brown. He's been on absolute fire. 1,568 units of profit in the NHL. That's all documented. You can verify those numbers over at Pick Dodge Premium. Of course, Tony Brown's strong numbers the last 7 days. 447 units of profit coming off winning day yesterday. All right, Tony Brown, 15 on the board in Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, 15 on the board today, and we have 4. So, it's quarter of the games going up tonight, and they're my 4 best plays on the board. You can get 3 of them in a package with my MLB triple play, or you can get my best play on the board, my MLB laser lock, and it's only $19. So, if you're serious about making money, you can't afford not to grab that one.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dodge Premium. You guys see all the numbers here from Tony. They've been impressive. 1,568 units of profit. Get on board with Tony Laser Lock. That's his $19 premium play. Remember, these one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. But Tony Brown, we have the long-term pass. I know you're in it long-term, and those of you that are tuning in right now, you're in it for the long-term as well, because we're pretty much baseball, right? So everybody know about your 1 year all sports pass.
Right. You got to get the baseball pass. You got to get the hockey pass. You got to get the NBA pass. Like, if you want to play all the sports, you'd have to buy all the passes individually. With my 1 year VIP pass, you get every single play I release from every sport, playoffs, championships included. There's no upselling to the packages for a full year. It's not a baseball season or a football season. It's 365 days of play. So if you get this baseball pass, you just pay, for the baseball, or you pay per play. But with the VIP pass, you're going to get the baseball season. You're going to get, when football starts back, you get 365 days, basically until this time next year. So if you're serious about making money betting sports, the VIP pass is definitely the way to go.
That's right, guys. You got to go with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. I see the great results in NHL, also great results in baseball, showing profit there. Profit the last 7 days, big profit yesterday. So get on board with Tony Brown, the long-term pass, that 1 year all sports pass. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout saves you 15% off that 1 year all sports pass, which is tremendous savings there on that. You're saving almost $200 off that 1 year all sports pass with the promo code PICK at checkout. So get on board with Tony Brown. All right, Tony, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
All right. Always appreciate being here, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.
See you on Thursday. Tony Brown here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on with the coverage. Shane Mickle on deck here, so we'll bring him in right now. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll get Shane here on the show, ready to roll here. Let's see if we're ready to go. He's another one, a really good producer as well here on the show. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
Things going great. All right, here we go. Tonight we go Major League Baseball here. These Orioles here on the road against the Brewers here. And what are the Brewers here going to be favored here at minus 121? We see a total now of 8.
Yeah, especially in baseball, there seems to be value every night, not almost every night with underdogs. And I think there's a ton of value here with the Orioles. On paper these teams are pretty similar. But like Tony, or I think it was Tony said before, every team can lose every night, and that's why I think that these odds are pretty close together. But I think Kyle Gibson is the answer here. Kyle Gibson has been a strong pitcher this year, of course. When he struggled this year, he struggled bad. It's pretty ugly, but I think we get a good start out of him here. He's won his last 3 starts, and they've been against the Guardians, the Yankees, and the Blue Jays. So two of those 3 are very good offenses. Against the Yankees, he went 7 innings, only gave up 2 runs. And I think that he slows down the Brewers here. Freddie Peralta, I think, will give him a run for his money. But I think he can be the better pitcher here, and I think at the plus money, you just have to take the value. I'm going to go here with the Orioles.
All right, we got Shane here with the Orioles, the plus money here, no doubt, against the Brewers. Of course, the Brewers have those cold bats going on right now, and they had that issue a lot. These Brewers, I remember the postseason where they really struggled. It really showcased them in the postseason when they really had their struggles hitting the baseball. They really a team that has those struggles. One thing with this Baltimore team, and you saw a little bit of that in the San Francisco series, especially in the late innings. Boy, they have a pretty good bullpen, and they do a pretty good job of holding leads. I know Bautista can give up some base runners, but more, they seem to get it done when it gets down late in games.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to be key here, because if you get to Kyle Gibson, then he's going to go probably 6 or 7 innings. Then you have three pitchers there to clean it up on the back end. Which I know some people like the first 5, but I think this is a game where especially with the Orioles, you get better value, and you can trust their bullpen. So I think that you're not going to have to worry about the late innings here.
Yeah, and with Peralta is always kind of a head scratcher to me. He always has that really sexy looking strikeout number, but everything else is pretty brutal. Sometimes the walks give him trouble, the home runs give him trouble as well.
Well, yeah, and against this Orioles team, you don't against the Orioles offense with all that power, you don't want to be letting people on base with walks, and you don't want to be giving up the home run ball, and that's like you said, 2 things he really struggles with.
No doubt about that. We've got to wonder how Brewers management, I think their minds are on other things right now as they got a little written notice about their stadium, huh?
Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting, with all the talk about teams leaving, if there's talk about the Brewers here pretty soon, or what they're going to do with that situation.
Well, they've been on notice. They got the little warning letter there, so we'll see how they respond, or see if their minds are where their minds are. Right? Are they looking to improve the team? Probably improve their facility. That's could weigh heavily on the season Orioles plus 116 here against the Brewers. This one have a start time here, 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. It's all baseball tonight. 15 games on the board for Major League Baseball. Shane, with good hockey results. We see hockey back here on Thursday, NBA on Wednesday. Tonight, 15 on the board for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, I love this baseball slate. I actually have 6 games up there, but only 3 are in packages. If I don't think I've ever done, or this year I haven't done 7 games in the package. So, but if I would have done 7, that Orioles game would have made the premium list. That's a premium level play. But like I said, we have a 3-pack, $39.99. But I also have 3 plays that aren't in packages. So, the only way to get those are the long-term pass, and there's no reason not to get a long-term pass. You save a ton of money even doing that 3 or 7 day pass. So, hop on long-term and let's make some money together.
That's right, guys. Got to borrow the Shane Mickle over at Pick.com. You see the good results in NHL, but take a look over the past 3 days. All sports, 845 units of profit. Last 7 days, nearly 600 units of profit. 200 units yesterday. So Shane Mickle on fire. The 3-pack from Major League Baseball is on the board. But, of course, the way Shane's running, you may consider the long-term pass you see there, 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. All of Shane's premium plays for that time period select. When you go to his handicapper page and make that purchase, Pick is a promo code to save that 15% off. All right, Shane, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again in a couple of days. But everybody know, well, you're also a written contributor over on the sites.
Yeah, definitely. Just because it's summer, there's still things to be bet. WNBA, I cover WNBA at Pick Dogs. I cover what's left of European soccer over on Sports Chat Place, and then of course MLB and NHL. But in a couple months, European soccer will be back up. Oh, and then UFC, I think it's 16 weeks in a row or 14 weeks in a row. I can't remember exactly what it was, but 14 or 16 weeks in a row, we got UFC on the board. So make sure to check those out on both sites also.
Yeah, both sites. All Shane written contributed there, so catch him there on the websites and give him a follow there. All right, Shane, continue that great work. We'll catch up with you again in a couple of days.
Sounds good. Have a good night, everyone.
You got it. Shane Mickle here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We're up next here is Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring in Jay right now. I know the Rangers took a little hit today, but we'll see how this team can respond. Of course, trading deadline. Probably the best. Well, there's never good news when this happens, but you still have about a month before the trading deadline, so there's ways to improve the team. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, man, what's happening? My Rangers, we did take a hit today to Grom with the Tommy John, but we've been playing with them for quite some time.
Yeah.
We still got the second best record in baseball. Still got, a great season ahead of us. So it's not over quite yet. It was a significant hit, though.
Big hit there, no doubt. But tonight we've got the Dodgers took a hit with Buehler, right? They were without Buehler last year and in much of this season. They're hoping to get him sometime in August. We'll see how that rolls. But again, let's see what the prospects will bring in. We saw Dunning so far so good on the road. That has been his biggest issue in his career, has been his road splits. We know he's been good at home, but so far he's been good on the road, and he'll earn, as he keeps that up, he'll earn that spot in the rotation. Dodgers and Reds tonight to going head-to-head. On paper, it looked like a pitching matchup. I heard some people touting Weaver, but anyway, Gonzalez and Weaver going head-to-head here. Dodgers big favorites, total 10.5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Should be a good game tonight, but I think we just roll with the Dodgers. I'm going to take them on the run line in this one behind Gosselin. Weaver, he is a better pitcher than his numbers indicate, but in that same breath, I haven't really liked what I'm seeing from him. His last game, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned. The game before that, he did have a decent outing, but before that, he was cranked. So he's only had really one solid outing, in my opinion, Weaver. I think his ERA is where it's at for a reason. The Dodgers, we know what their lineup is capable of. I think Gonsolin, one of, a topper echelon pitcher, in my opinion. I think we see another solid outing, 1.77 ERA. I like the Dodgers to win this game, but to cut the juice down, I will take them on the run line. Looking for the Dodgers to go ahead and win this one very comfortably.
All right, we got Jay here, says the Dodgers here to win comfortably here against the Reds here. Take them on the run line, lay the 1.5. plus 125 here against the Reds. It's really hard to argue that. I know the Reds have shown some flash with the bats, but a lot of it's coming against left-handed pitching. Of course, the Reds historically has had trouble against the NL West. NL West is pretty much a pitcher's division. When you go look at some of the rotations here, the Padres, you got the Dodgers, the Giants, they're kind of focused a lot on pitching. Other than Arizona is showing improvement there with the pitching staff. Colorado's always the one, always the fly in the ointment there in that division. But anyway, you've got the Reds. I was interested to note here, the Reds is 12-26 to the run line against the NL West.
Yep, really struggling, and that, like I said, they've also been struggling in their last 4 or 5. Milwaukee put it on them in the series. They did win the last one 2-0, but I don't think that was a snap out of a game. I think they struggle in this series as well against the Dodgers. And I look for Game 1 to be a pretty comfortable win.
There we go. Jay here, Dodgers run line. Lay the run and a half, minus 125, minus 120. Do the shopping, get the best numbers. This one will have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Look at Jay's numbers in baseball. Been fantastic. 1,019 units of profit. All documented over at Pick Dodge Premium in Major League Baseball from Jay. Also showing great profit last 30 days. 550 units of profit last 7 days. Winning day yesterday. All baseball on the board tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trying to keep it rolling. I have 3 plays in Major League Baseball. I have them in a 3-pack. In that 3-pack is also my $19 MLB play of the day, or you can get that play separately. So just 3 plays for me in Major League Baseball. Trying to keep it rolling. The momentum rolling forward. Been positive units all season. The play of the day, we've been red hot on that. So scoop it up $19 or scoop up the 3-pack or hop on something long term as we're going to keep it going for the rest of the baseball season, hopefully.
That's right, guys. Got aboard Jay Briggs over at Pick Dodge Prim. Great results here in Major League Baseball for this year. 1,019 units of profit, so get on board with Jay. Also showing the great profit here last 30 days, 7 days, and yesterday. $19 premium plays up there from baseball from Jay, as well as his money-making 3-pack. By the way Jay's running, you may consider the longer-term pass, that 1-month pass, all of Jay's premium plays for 30 days. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, 30 days of baseball. Pick promo code. Save that 15% off. The way Jay's run has been on fire. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. To you that success. We'll catch up with you again here on Thursday. But I know we got the NBA, your live show on NBA nights, also in your morning drop as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. NBA back tomorrow. Game 3, a very interesting and very pivotal game, in my opinion. So if you want to hear what I got to think, I'll probably drop it tonight, actually. The morning drop might drop tonight. So be on the lookout for that. Have your notifications on, and then I will be live tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so my guests are usually James Clark and Brad Francis on Wednesday. So make sure y'all come tune in with us later on tomorrow, 3 Central, 4 Eastern.
That's right. Tune in to the show, like and subscribe, set notifications so when Jay's live, you're live with him to get the plays in real time. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Tony T. I'll see you on Thursday.
See you on Thursday. Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, if you miss any pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, we're up next up. Going to welcome in. I think we've got Wayne. Yeah, Wayne Scott is set to go. So we'll go ahead and bring in Wayne. You'll catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium. So we'll bring Wayne in right now. More baseball coverage from Wayne Scott. Let's see if we can get him in right now. Let's see where we're rolling here. I think we're set to go here. Wayne Scott. Wayne, what's happening? Well, we don't have no sound from you, Wayne. There's no sound. You're on mute. All right. Just see. You're going to have to probably figure that out here because we're not getting any sound there again. Sometimes Wayne will kick that desk and we'll lose sound from him. All right. Let's go over to Rod Zawacki. And then we'll go bring in Rod Zawacki. We'll catch him over at Pick Dodge. So I'm going to have to get Rod's graphics set to go here. He's going to be doing the Astros and the Blue Jays. So let me get his graphics set to go here as we bring in Rod Zawacky. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in right now. Morning show every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Actually, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys tune into that. So we'll bring him in right now. I think we're set to roll here with Rod Zawacky. Any second now. Let's see. Here we go, Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, not too much, Tony. My Tuesday afternoon. Waiting for some baseball to start.
Yeah, apparently your man Manoa got sent to, not to the minors, but they sent him to Florida for, I don't know, some special, I don't know what they're going to do, some special training there in Florida. I don't know. What do you think they're going to be doing in there?
They called it some sort of facility to maybe
get
Little
a personal
cardio,
trainer.
I think. Cardio action.
Yeah, little
Because
cardio.
you make it past the first inning this time. Because you make it past the first inning this time. That was rough.
No, that was a rough one, and we saw it coming. Right, we knew what this pitch count was going to do, and to these pitchers who are not in the greatest shape. And sometimes pitchers have known not to be in the greatest shape. And I remember years ago, how people would make fun of the shape of the pitchers because they were just not keeping their bodies in shape. And that was the thing in baseball, right? You went to spring training to get in shape, and sometimes pitchers got out of shape during the season. You know what I mean, Ron?
Just think some of them used to be smoking in the dugout, remember?
Yeah.
It used to be, after the inning was over, they'd puff on like 6-7 smokes before they even got back out.
Yep. And I do remember back in the day, you would have these sports shows that would go in the locker room and interview players, and they would have a Budweiser right there just drinking. They would drink beer after the game.
Drinking, and the cloud.
Yeah.
The cloud from everybody having smokes in the locker room.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day in the 80s. Oh, man. Wait, the camera's in here. Shit.
Yep, that's right. Bring in the cameras and see what's rolling on there with the. I remember those days. I remember, especially Reggie Jackson was a drinker. Reggie Jackson used to drink a lot, and you'd always see a Bud right next to him in the locker room every night. They would do that. And back in my Stringer days, I would see NBA players drinking as well.
Yeah, exactly.
They would sneak the beers in their travel bag before they went on the bus. I saw. Well, I shouldn't say his name. I would see players like sneak up, put it in there, and just go onto the bus, have the beers in there ready to roll. So they would do that.
Check out the movie The Boys of the Bus, and that was the old Edmonton Oilers back in the heyday when they were winning Stanley Cups. They weren't traveling on planes. Going to Winnipeg was on a bus. You hopped on the bus in Edmonton, and away you went. You sleep overnight and arrive in Winnipeg the next morning. Bus driver would drive all night. The boys on the bus. I think some of the boys of the bus would still be up the next morning when they arrived in Winnipeg.
Oh my goodness, that would be something. All right, Rod. Today we're talking Blue Jays tonight here, hosting the Astros. Blue Jays favorite big here, -140, total of 8.
Yeah, and you look at this one, definitely Blue Jays favorite again in this one. But for good reason, Kevin Gausman's been lights out in his last three, 2-0 with a 1.35 ERA and a 1.2 WHIP. Definitely been solid. And you look at the other side of the ball, pitches tonight is Hunter Brown, and he's 4-0 with a 3.2 ERA on the road this season and a 1.12 WHIP. So two solid pitchers to lead off this game here tonight, and I think they can go 5-6 solid innings for us in this one. And then you look over the last 10 and the Jays bullpen, 2.75 earned run average over their last 10. The reason why they've been 7-3 in their last 10. And you look at the Astros bullpen, giving up a few more runs, 4.26 ERA over their last 10 when you throw it to the bullpen. But their starters have been a little bit better than most, averaging both starters and bullpen together defensively, giving up about 3.3 runs, both teams about the same. So I'm going to go with the under here. You look at the Astros, 9-3 to the under in their last dozen versus a right-handed starter, 20-7 to that under in the last 27 off turf. They're also 8-3 in their last 11 on the road. And when you look at the Jays, 5-2 to the under in their last 8 at home, 13-6-2 in their last 21 at home versus a right-handed starter in the last 5 head-to-head in Toronto, 4-1 to that under. So I know we've seen a whole bunch of runs in game one. I'm going to go the opposite here. Take the under 8 in this one.
Yeah, really hard to argue. I saw something yesterday, and that just blew my mind about these Houston Astros on the road. Now, after their win yesterday on the road, they're now 18-10 on the road. But did you know, Rod, in those 28 road games, they're giving up just an average of 3.3 runs a game?
Yeah, exactly. Just what I just said, right? 3.3 runs a game is what they've been averaging, and that's been on the road this season. Combined bullpen and starters defensively, 3.3 runs, and that's why the Jays have started to win and turn it around as well. They've defensively given up 3.3. I think it's 3.30 for the Astros and 3.34 for the Blue Jays over the last 10. So stars and bullpen combined, pitching's been great for both these teams. I'm going to go as a monopoly with, as I said on the morning show, I said Manu when his costing you a 6-run lead to kick off the game. I don't think we're going to see that here tonight in the first inning. I'm going a little bonus play. I'm going to say we don't see any runs here in the first inning. So take the Nerfy here. No runs, first inning.
No runs, first inning. All right. Then, here's something you like with unders here. Gaussman here, Hunter Brown at 29% strikeout rate. Gaussman, 33% strikeout rate.
Right, both guys with giant strikeout numbers. Sure, you look at Gaussman, he's definitely got some walks. He's given up some walks, but he's used that strikeout to get out of those sticky situations that he's got himself in with a few of the walks, but definitely forgivable, especially here at home. I think both pitchers have a solid. Last I see, I think Hunter's 6-1 on the road to the Astros in his pitching. So 2 great starters here. Throw it to 2 great bullpens, and it's definitely going to be a close, tight game right down to the end of this one.
There we go, right here. Astros, Blue Jays, under total of 8. This one, they have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Pin for tonight's action. Of course, 15 on the board for Major League Baseball, about minutes away from 3 games started. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium, I've got my $20 MLB Bookie Buster home run. That's my top-rated play that I've had the last 11 days. We're on a nice 9-2 run in that one. Head on over, scoop it up. Join me for that. That one's been on fire. Or I got 5 plays I absolutely love. Tackle the Book Tuesday. My $20 play of the day is included in that 5-pack. So head on over to Pick Dogs Premium. Jump aboard. Let's continue winning this week and keep things rolling.
Yep, Lamont Porter with Zawacki over at Pick Dodge Premium. Of course, as you mentioned, showing good profit over the last 7 days. That $20 bookie home runs up there right now. Get on board. Tackle Books Tuesday with his 5-pack. But again, the long-term passes will serve you well. 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass. All of Rod's premium plays for that period of time. You select, go to his handicapper page, make the purchase. Pick will save you 15% off using that promo code. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But let everybody know, every day here on Pick Dogs, 10:30 a.m. each time. The morning show during the week, you, Chris, and Mitch, and of course that Puck Dogs video series with you and Chris as well.
Yeah, definitely stay tuned. That Puck Dogs video for game number 3 in Florida will definitely drop probably either first thing tomorrow or sometime tomorrow for sure. Definitely we'll have that video up for that with the Puck Dogs. So stay tuned for that, and definitely join me, Mitch, and Chris, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time and for the morning show. Love doing the morning show. Definitely always have a good time doing the morning show, going over the day's action. Some days I like cards, some days a little more action, but hey, it's that time of year. But definitely tune in. Always a good time had by all. Appreciate everybody. Smash that thumbs up. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a ton.
Absolutely does do that, guys. So make sure you hit that thumbs up, that like. It's greatly appreciated. Helps everybody out. No doubt about that. All right, Rod, what do you think here about Game 5 of this series? As Game 3 of this series heads back to Florida.
You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give me the over. I think as goals have come early and often, and if you're going to keep giving the Vegas Golden Knights all these power plays, they're going to take the pounce on the opportunity and keep lighting the lamp and scoring goals.
Yep. So
and eventually, Florida will see. You get 2 from Florida, and you get 7 from Vegas. Planning to get up and over the 6 that the books have set it at. I think we get 7, 8 goals again here in this one. Because if Florida wants to keep up, if you look, you look at the history between these 2 teams and the goals that the Vegas Knights score. You look 7 goals, 6 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals, 5 goals, 6 goals. They're scoring that on the regular. So if you want to beat this Vegas Golden Knights teams as a Panther, you got to score at least 4 or 5 goals to get there. So the only way that happens is we keep cashing overs. So
yeah,
for me.
That's got to be a shock to the system when you were giving up 2 goals a game. Remember that streak they've had and now all of a sudden you got a team putting up 5 and 7. That's got to be a shock to your system.
Oh, definitely. Tough spot for Bobrovsky. We'll see what happens here in Game 3 if they go back to him, if they go to Leon. Not sure. Even the coach wasn't sure in the interview after the game. He wasn't sure. He's like, I got 2 days to think about it. So he was, we'll make a decision by then. So who knows who they're going to go back with. I think you got to go back with Bobrovsky. He's basically dragged the team and carried them to this point. You got to give him at least a shot back at home here, where the atmosphere is going to be electric. That's Florida's got to take that home electricity and take it in their favor and come out on fire and score one early.
Yeah,
So,
and
which is
don't
bonus
forget,
for us for
that's
the
right.
over as well.
It's
So
a
the
Stanley
Panthers
Cup
gotta
Finals, right?
it's the final.
And in the Florida minds, it's game one because it's the first game at home, right? So that's another
First game at home. Yeah, you got to come out. That crowd's going to be electric. Place will be going bananas. Get Chucker going, and I think he can pop one. Just stop with the lousy plays after. Vegas is very good at getting under your skin and making you take the stupid play. In hockey, if you hit you agitate the guy, they always get the guy that comes in after.
Yeah.
Always, and that's what happened to Florida in the first two games. Stop that, and game three, watch out, here we come. 4-4 heading to overtime.
Yep, that's that idea. What do you think about the whistles here? You're looking for a lot of penalties in this one, game three.
You know what? I think the penalties cut down, and I think we get more of an open ice game. I think they do. I think the penalties become a lot less lighter than what we've seen, and we'd see a lot more open skating and goals from both sides.
Yeah, and I thought there was a lot of open space for Vegas. I was surprised to see how much space they had on the ice.
Lots, right? Like it gets deflating when your captain ends up in the box for 12 minutes.
Yep.
Twice. He's taken 3 10-minute majors in 2 games. You can't have that. You can't have chuckers in the box. Can't have chuckers in the box. Not going to work. No. That's the reason why you're down 0-2.
Indeed. No doubt about that. All right, Rod. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on the show.
You too, Tony. Good luck with your bets. Everybody, good luck with your bets as well. Crush them. See you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Rod Zawacki here on the Drive Thru. Catch him in the mornings, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with that morning show with Mitch and Chris. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. Up next, we're going to go back to Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dodge Spring. Hope he's got his connection set up again here. We'll bring him in right now. Let's see. We've got a way to roll here to get to Wayne. I think we're set to go with Wayne Scott. Here we go with Wayne. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family?
I can hear you great. All right, here we go. We got the Pirates here hosting the Athletics, and this one is we see a big line here with Pittsburgh with the pitching matchup. I think it's one of the reasons we have this line here. Pirates and Athletics. Pirates minus 272 here, total 8.5.
Yes, sir. That's why we're going to head to this one and just go ahead and take the Pirates on the run line here. This isn't me so much picking on Oakland, how terrible they are. More so pointing out the Pirates and how good they've been playing lately. They're on a 6-game winning streak. As Tony mentioned, Mickel on the mound. Mickel has been outstanding at home with a 2.1 ERA. In a 0.8 whip, and he's also played well in his night splits as well, way better than the day with a 3.0 ERA at night and a 1.0 whip. And on the other side of that, we know Oakland, Kaplan on the mound, he's 0-6, 8-point ERA on the season, 10-point ERA when he's away, 11-point ERA in his night games. This Oakland team is 1-7 in their last 8 meetings against Pittsburgh Pirates. They're 1-4 in their last 5 at the Pirates. When we're talking bullpen, this A's bullpen is giving up 5.3 on the season. 4.8 on the season, but 5.3 in their last 5. And this Pirates bullpen has been outstanding, giving up 2.9 on the season, but they've been giving up 1.4 in their last 5. So in that winning streak, this bullpen is being very shifty with the runs, and they're holding the team down. Also, both of these pitchers are right-handed pitchers, and Pirates have been batting righties very well lately. In their last 5, they're hitting 300 against right-handed, and Oakland on the other side, in their last 10, they're hitting 191 against right-handed. So the bats are coming for Pittsburgh, the bullpen, and the starting pitcher. This is an easy one. Go ahead and take the Pittsburgh Pirates on the run line. Also, Pirates at home are 6-4 on the run line in their last 10, and A's are 4-6 on the run line on the road. Pirates are 10-2 in their last 12 versus a team under 400, so they do smack around the teams that they're supposed to be. And I can go all day about how Oakland's been losing. The 10-41 against right-handed pitchers. The 11-40 against team with a winning record in the last 51. So just riding with the Pirates here at home. Mitch Keller, let's roll.
Yeah, Rich Keller at home. Yeah, that's just the way to roll here. Favorable pitching matchup there. Caprillion, ERA near 7. The bullpen coming behind him, and ERA near 7 on the road. So it just doesn't. Again, it's just picking on these Athletics. And listen, it's just a poor looking team. And of course, remember the Pirates with something like 6 games over 500 entering this game. So it's been pretty interesting there, no doubt about that. And the Pirates are showing great improvement here, but it looks like the pitching matchup works out a little better this tonight than it did yesterday. Pirates with that 1-1 decision yesterday. Wayne, Pirates run line, lay the run and a half, -138 here against the Athletics. This one will have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, we got 12 games on the board for Major League Baseball. 3 have began. Good results in the NBA for this season. Also showing profit last 30 days. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Got one bet out there today for y'all. Just one thing that I love today, so I kept it short. Go on there, grab that bet, hop on there with me so we can cash this one out and get ready for tomorrow. A lot of great action tomorrow. We're going to have more plays out tomorrow, and we'll be ready to run it up. Let's go.
That's right, guys. Got both Wayne Scott over at Pick Dodge Premium. Good results in the NBA. Good results the last 30 days. He's got that MLB play of the day up there for you right now. $19 on that. It's credit guaranteed. It must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also, the long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass. You get all of his premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his handicapper page to make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout saves that 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I'll be on here tomorrow. Let's get it.
Get it indeed. Wayne Scott here on the drive through. Let's continue on, guys. If you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. It's now time for my pick, and then we'll get into the recap. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Nick Vegas, Ziggy Ball is in the room tonight, showing up some picks up there for you from our man Ziggy Ball. Blake as well. Reginald as well coming in with some picks as well. John Stewart, shout out to you as well. LC in the house. Rocco Rogers, Nick Beats Vegas coming in as well with some of his information and picks for you guys in the chat. Let's continue on here on the show. We'll get to my pick, and then we will get to the recap. So let's get to the game here for you right now in just a second here as we get to my game capsule here for you. We'll put the full game up for you. Bets in Brave tonight. We see this, a little bit of Mets money there. It was 150. Now it's down to plus 149, and we're going to be here on the Mets here, plus the 150 here against the Braves. And, of course, Carrasco is on the hill tonight here for the New York Mets. And Carrasco, although some of the crooked numbers have been for the season, I'm kind of basing on his past couple starts. When you look at Carrasco over his past 2 starts, he's allowed 1 earned run in each game. Braves bullpen at home, and ERA near 5. I know Elder's been a solid starter this season, but I'm seeing some improvement for Carrasco, and I'm seeing plus 150 here on the Mets, and I'm seeing improvement for Carrasco, and I'm seeing the Braves bullpen. That has struggled at home, so we're going to be here on the Mets plus the 150. All right, guys, check out Pick Dog Stream tonight. I've got plays on the board right now here for Major League Baseball. 3-pack up there with my best bet bundled in my 3-pack, and I also have my best bet standalone, but don't buy them both. You just want my best bet, get the best bet play, or if you want my 3-pack, my best bet will be bundled in that 3-pack. So you make the choice there. Also, I have the long-term pass, my 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. You get all of my premium plays for that time period to select. When you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that too for one cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Let's give you a scoring update before we get here to the recap. We've got Tigers and Phillies, no score here. Middle of the first, so Phillies coming to the plate here in this one. Royals and the Marlins, well, no fast start for the Royals. No score. They got the 2 runs across yesterday, but no score here as we move to the bottom of the first here between the Royals and Marlins. Twins and Rays, no score. Bottom first, Twins out in the top of the first, and that will lead us into the top of the hour. All right, let's get to the recap, guys, with our plays for today. All right, let's take a look at who was on what. El Ninos got us started. Tigers, Phillies, over 9. Damian Sosh, like the Rangers, minus 138 against the Cardinals. Tony Brown, he liked the Marlins run line, laid the run and a half at plus 125 against KC. Shing was on the Orioles, plus 116 against the Brewers. Jay's pick, Dodgers run line, laid the run and a half, minus 125 against the Reds. Wayne was on the Pirates run line here, laid the run and a half Minus 130 against Oakland. Rod here, Astros, Blue Jays under 8. And also, my play here will be the Mets at plus 150 against the Braves in this one. The pick that I like the most in this one, I got to go with Rod's pick, Astros, Blue Jays under 8. These bullpens have performed well at home for this Jays and the Astros on the road. But again, the key here is the Astros give up just 3.3 runs a game away from home this season. They've been pretty solid there, so I like that pick there. One Rod Zawacky. All right, that's going to do it here for the drive-thru, guys. Make sure you guys are tuned in again tomorrow here, live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll go with their plays for you here in real time, so make sure you tune in. Don't forget to always get started with that morning show, Mitch. We've got Chris, we got Rod Zawacki with that morning show, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget these video series, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. The Bidding Tools shows, Nerfies, Yerfies from Mitch as well. Puck Dogs video series, NHL picks from Rod and Chris, as well as, Nick Mickle with his Nerfies, Yerfies plays. Also, Ron Romanelli with his Major League Baseball breakdown, a pick from every game from Major League Baseball from Ron. NBA Jam session with Jay in the morning drop as well, so tune in for those. Of course, Mike Davis with his live show Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Also, prize picks from Jay. Also delves into some of the fantasy picks for you as well. And he's also into that first 5, so check that out. Lots of newcomers as well on the site with lots of picks up there. So make sure you guys check all the video content on the channel and make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. New videos drop, you'll get them there. And John Stewart says the play he likes the most, either mine or Shane's. So that's where he rolls there with John Stewart for tonight. Of course, thank everyone out here. Nick Beats Vegas, Rocco Rogers, Himalaya Mac is in here as well. What about them Yankees? He says, yeah, well, Judge out of the lineup in this one. I have to look at this one a little differently. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that game. But anyway, that's going to do it here for this show. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight's show. Goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again here tomorrow here on The Drive-Thru.